the biggest candy cup in the world.
Watch me. Try to stop me, say I can't do it on my own. Watch me. I can do it on my own. Watch me. Try to stop me.
Part of why I'm so good at candy like this is because this is my first candy. From the beginning, I always challenged myself to learn new things, and I've only been doing this for just over a year.
These are my ladies. This is Jill. This is my lady Amy. Little Susie. Brianna. You know why we call her Brianna, right? No. Yeah, it's a long story. Shaniqua.
Wow, that looks like a fruit roll-up. Oh, it's... Wait, how the fuck did you do that? You fucking wizard, bitch.
I have added significantly to this, and I want to talk about some of the singles that I've made, because I talk a lot about the perlers and cuffs, but I don't talk very much about the singles. So let's talk about some of the singles I've made. So I have them split up into my mini brands one, a perler one that I have that's a single, my aesthetic ones, and then just a couple of fun ones. The mini brands ones are by far the funniest, and they're going to be at the end, so stay tuned. Let's start with the one perler one I have. This is the only perler single I have right now because the rest I gave them away. But we got Where's My... Can you tell? Can you tell what it is? These ones use these tiny little dice charms that I absolutely love. This one says Life is a Gamble. Super fun. This one I made with the intention of I really want to give it in the bathroom, but it says I just shit. Now I won't show all of these ones, but they're all matte beads and then they all have a gummy bear charm on them. This one says creamsicle in your pants. Some of them are cute, some of them just say some really weird things. And then these are the ones that I love. I'm so excited to gift these away. This one says, you jelly bro. And then we got, little jello. This one says lactose intolerant. And, we got the pack of the Kraft Singles cheese. This one says build a bitch, and then we got the tiny little bear. I also love that it says love on it. I'm like, how plur is that? This next one we got says squirter, and then we got a little Nerf squirt gun. And then this one says, oh yeah. And then we got the Kool-Aid Jammer, which also, I don't know why, it says Kool-Aid Bursts. Have they not always been Kool-Aid Jammers? And then this one's my favorite out of all of them. It says meal prep, and then it has a little Lunchable on it. Also, these are so accurate. Highly suggest getting mini brands as charms because they're like $7 for the ball. So it comes out to being like a little over $1 per charm. However, if you're buying charms at craft stores anyways, they're about gonna run you $1. So definitely suggest checking out the mini brands because they're funny charms and they're definitely unique.
hair clips with me. Choose your character.
Kandi covers a lot of subcultures, but I'm going to be focusing on Kandi Kids today. It's a type of jewelry predominantly made by these pony beads, and you can make pretty much anything out of these things. I feel like I've seen it all. From chokers to necklaces to candy crowns to bracelets, of course. I've seen clothing and, of course, masks. My specialty, if you will. Now, this is a pretty big part. Trading. Peace, love, unity, and respect. And then you go ahead and trade your respective pieces, of course keeping your hands linked the whole time. As I was saying earlier, Kandi covers a large range of subcultures. It doesn't really stay in one place. It's all about respect. So I hope this helped. Please join me while I make my very first Kandi gas mask. That is a mouthful, oh my god. For ages, people have been requesting that I attempt this project, and I'm happy to say that I finally did it. I just really struggle with making Sub-Zero masks. I don't know what it is. Anyway, this is my pattern. You can find it on Patreon. It features my OC slate on the front, and I think that's pretty cool. Do keep in mind that this pattern is kind of small for a Sub-Zero mask. As you can see, it stops at my eye instead of my hairline. In the end, it comes down to preference, but I enjoy it more this way. It's a bit more form-fitting to my face. Anyway, I'm adding the air filter things. They're basically just mini cuffs with a small perler tied to the front. I went for something a bit more subtle and sweet because whenever I look up Kandi gas masks, I see really intense pieces, which is good and something I do want to recreate eventually. But I think this suits me pretty well. Come with me while I work on this commission. I made 3 passes of the same design. We settled on the last one. The beads came in and it's time to get to work. I love this color palette. I personally never reach for red, but I am in love with this color combo. I get started and because it's late, I go to bed for the night and early the next morning, I wake up to finish. Oh, I should mention that this isn't my pattern. This is a pattern by Forever on kandypatterns.com. So if you want to make this mask for yourself, you totally can. I suggest you go to their account. Okay, we're finishing up now. I just have to add the straps. This is personally my favorite part. I do really love the gradient I came up with. It's really cute. And just like that, we're finished. Thank you so much for coming with me. I hope to see you again. Bye!
So a lot of people might not know this, but you can actually get candy supplies at Dollar Tree. This is my local Dollar Tree, and here's what they have. So you can get alphabet beads, shiny beads, clear beads, fancy metallic beads. I also like to use these stars to put on cuffs as accents, and then these like kind of crystally beads. Those are wood beads you can also use as accents, and these nice round beads. So those are all totally legit candy beads, and these ones are new. I love these. This is how I make my light up ball pit chains. First thing you're going to want to do is poke big old holes in all of the stars so that the lights can fit through them. Then make your ball pit chain. I have a full tutorial on YouTube for this part. Now you're going to grab your lights. You're going to take them, you're going to straighten them out, and then you're going to bend the end. Then you take your needle and you string it on there and you bend your end one more time so that you've got it hooked onto your needle. Then you take your needle and you just run it through the beads starting from the bottom and pull that all the way up until your little switch box is where you want it. And then you take your needle and you run it through the next star up and you pull that all the way through. I like to keep the lights turned on for this part because it's easier to see where the little light bulbs are. And then you can see I'm just back feeding them back into the star. I like to try and put 2 lights inside of each star, just like that. Repeat this for the rest of the chain until you get to the last star. Take off the needle, unbend it, and then feed it up directly into the star until both lights are inside. And here's an example of what they look like when they're done. I have a lot of candy. I mean, like, a lot. And I don't think it's all gonna fit into one video, so I will try to show you a couple of the different types of candy that I have within 59 seconds. First off, we have a really good example of a basic 3D cuff. This one is a 2X with a perler attached. This one is also a 3D 2X. It's almost exactly the same type of construction, but it looks super different. There's no specific name for this style of cuff. It's just a larger 3D cuff with lights in it, and I think it's really neat. Next up, we have a carousel cuff. I actually just posted a tutorial for this over on my YouTube, but I wanted to show you this so I could show you this. This is like a very, very modified carousel cuff, and it is super cool. I also received this as part of a trade, so I actually don't know how to make this. I've never made one just like this before. This one is called a 3D blooming flower cuff. My friend Gothgraver invented it, and she posted a tutorial on her Instagram. Next up, we have a basic UFO cuff. These are super classic, super fun. And then we have this monstrosity, which was what happened when I tried to make a 7X UFO cuff. And I'm out of time. Let me know if you want to see more.
Do you know what I find funny about time? It's that whenever I want to, I can stop it.
How to impress a non-guitarist. How to impress a beginner guitarist. How to impress an intermediate guitarist. How to impress an advanced guitarist.
My telephone ring, calling me from Miami. What took you so long? I thought you'd never call. Miami, Miami.
Ayo, collector check. Show the most expensive item in your collection, the least expensive item in your collection, the item everyone wants to steal when they see your collection, the item that's least likely to be had by any other collector, your first item in your collection, the newest item in your collection, the strangest item in your collection, and your favorite item in your collection.
Let's make a candy shirt together. I started my project at 11:30 a.m. My commissioner requested pink and purple beads as well as the confetti beads. This is the pattern I went with. My girlfriend came up with the idea to call this pattern Princess Cake, which I think is so cute. Anyway, when I got to this point, I wanted to take a little break and show you guys how pretty this shirt looks outside in the sun. So stunning. I mark off the measurement and close the X space in the back with only 4 beads instead of 5. This is what gives it that tapered look in the front. I've had a couple of people ask me how I do it. This is how. I hope that makes sense. The easy part is finished. Here come the tedious bits. The sleeves, and then I add the dangles you'll see in a second. There they are. And to top it all off, my name tag. Here it is, all finished. I think it came out quite beautiful. I was very excited to work with a new palette. It only took me 7 hours. Honestly, better than I thought.
Gonna get my finger in your ring pull. So slot your pennies in the vending machine of love and take that busy little mink that you've been dreaming of. If you're cursed with the thirst of a lonely man, you can get your juices flowing with some only cans. Every glamorous can has a heart to fill.